Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, with this King's Raid going the way it is, it's kind of interesting, but to be fair, I am losing interest because not only is it very straightforward and obvious, it's kind of coming off as a show that regardless if I full blown watch it, I think I already guessed the ending. And if the ending isn't what I expect, and it's not as straightforward as it already feels, that would be quite interesting if they could pull that off. But with not only the Dark Elves getting in and having more and more chances to pretty much take over or exact revenge, they're pretty naive to think that a place like this and working with the noble that they're working with will make this an easy feat in the case of the people who already feel like they have done it just because they become knights now and they're capable of hearing the meetings of the other knights who randomly didn't show up to any of the events that were taking place when it came down to the skeletons. So that's also another interesting talking point of where were these characters when things were already popping off and no one seemingly wanted to show up to help. That and the simple fact that anything that kind of pops off here on out with the Dark Elves is supposedly all according to plan. And my only problem with this is we've seen so much of the hero guy, and if we didn't see as much of the hero guy as we are, I would think the elves are the main character. They're more interesting. They actually feel like they aren't just some carbon copy of their ancestors, unless their ancestors also did some crazy thing to put them in this position, which we find out the only thing they actually did was one of the dark elves doing something, and it then reflected on all of them. So, from what I understand, literally one ruined it for all of them, and it's because of the gravity of how crazy it was that she was trying to do, make a holy sword, that the same type of sword that was the only one capable of at least beating the demon lord, quote unquote, even though he's back and supposedly exacting his revenge. um we do hear that it's like Luna's curse or something, so maybe the one who wields the sword and takes out the previous, or not previous, but whoever takes out the Demon King maybe becomes the Demon King because they're lost in the void or something. I don't know. But they're treating it as if there is some kind of repercussions of having the sword, seeing how it's sealed the way it is with like multiple different people doing their own types of magic to keep it sealed away. Instead of just having one person they could have easily gone to and had it done and done with. It kind of makes you think in the grand scheme of why is it that way and who made it the choice to seal it this way. Could the demons really not get to it, or is this just something they chose to do because they thought until someone shows up and until they feel like those people are good enough, that's when they'll unseal the sword? But with him being the son of the last hero using it, it was pretty obvious that they probably were going to wait on him, even though it has been 100 years since then, and I don't know how any of those people are alive that know anything about the weapon and how the seals are still up with them being so old, or depending on when they actually put the seal on. But overall, I'm looking forward to this show maybe changing at the end of the day, but with how Friday is, and there's so many shows, plus there's a show that comes out later that night, I pretty much just forgot about this show because it was just. I feel like I keep saying the same type of stuff and nothing changes to an interesting degree that I am ecstatic to watch. Like there has not been one episode that made me wish for the next episode to come out yet. So, and what, we're on episode 7 now? I don't think it's going to be more than 12 episodes, and if that's the case, it might not be the show for you. And the people that do watch it, and the reason why I even get like viewership on this show, let me know why you guys enjoy it as much as you do. Is there things in it that just gravitate to more than normal, or is it just because it's a anime that's out right now and you want to see what the conclusion is? I'm very curious if people are championing this show or they're just watching it because it is a show to watch. With all that being said, I'll have new thoughts with the next episode that comes out. I'll see if I'll even keep up with it. Maybe I'll just do like an overview of the whole entire series once it actually concludes so I can free up my Friday and my time from doing videos altogether, because as of lately, you start to notice that your videos just no one really cares. You know what I mean? Like no one's really. I don't really talk to many people. I talk to more people on Instagram than I actually do on here, and I don't even post my videos over there. I say, yeah, there's a link in the bio to get to it, but outside of actually having a video that has my opinions on it, there's nothing. So it's interesting how even after pretty much a whole year of doing this, I still have such small responses in the comments. So it is on my mind, and it is something I'm thinking about maybe considering backing away from. So with all that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Peace.